Let's go to page 277, and this is lesson 6-5. The objective of this lesson is to solve equations containing radicals. So let's go over examples how to solve equation with radicals. Okay, so you have square root of 2x minus 1 equal to 3. Okay. So to get rid, so you have this radical equation. A radical equation means equation with a square root or the cube root, so with the radicals. Now to simplify this, okay, you have to undo the square root. So to undo the square root, you want to square both sides. So go and write the equation one more time so you don't mess up with the original. Keep the original alone. So write it again and you can square both sides. Okay. So the square and square root cancel out, so you got 2x minus 1. So that's how you get rid of the square root. 3 squared is equal to 9. So now you can go and solve, right? So plus 1 on both sides. So you got 2x equal to 10, divide by 2, divide by 2. So x equal to 5. Now, when you square an equation, okay, when you square the equation to get rid of square root, sometimes the answer is called extraneous roots. Means answer is no good. So what you need to do is you have to go back to the original equation. That's why you want to preserve your original equation. So you need to check see if the answer is good or not. So because sometimes the answer is good, sometimes the answer is no good. So you need to put this back in here to check. Okay. So substitute this in. So you got 2 times 5 minus 1 equal to 3. So this becomes square root of 2 times 5 is 10, right? And so it be square root of 9 equal to 3. So square root of 9 is 3. So it checks. So if they're equal, it means answer is good, and so that's your answer. Okay, okay, let's go to 1b. You got 2 cube root of x minus 1 equal to 3. Okay, so again, you need to isolate your radical so you can undo it. Okay, so first you need to plus 1. So the key is have the square root or the cube root by itself. You need to get radical by itself and then undo the radical sign. Okay, so over here you need to plus 1 on both sides. So you got 2 cube root of x equal to 4. And then you have to divide by 2 on both sides. So you got cube root of x is equal to 2. Now to undo the cube root, you need to cube on both sides. To undo the square root, you need to square. Okay, so again, you have to figure out how to undo this. So you can square to undo the square root. You need a cube to undo the cube root, right? Cube and cube root cancel out. And so this becomes 8. So now to check, okay, so you got 2 cube root of 8 minus 1 equal to 3. So cube root of 8 is equal to 2. So you got 4 minus 1 equal to 3. And so 3 equal to 3, so it checks out. So if it checks out, then means answer is good. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next example. Okay, example 2, you have 3x minus 5 square root of x is equal to 2. Okay, so again, when you have variable inside the square root, you need to get the square root by itself. Okay, so since this is minus, I'm going to move this over, so I don't end up with a lot of negative. The key is just get a square root by itself. Get a square root term by itself. So plus 5 square root of x plus 5 square root of x. So that this would be over here. If you move this over, it's fine too, but you're going to end up with negative and negative over here. So that's kind of not as good. Okay? And then you need to minus 2 on both sides. So this will cancel out. So again, the key is get a square root by itself, the square root term. So you got 3x minus 2 equal to 5 square root of x. Okay. Now the next thing is, if you can get rid of this number, then try to do it. You want to lower this number as much as possible. So if you can lower this number, you can just divide to get rid of this number. In this case, you cannot. So to undo the square root, we need to square both sides. Okay. Okay. Now remember how to square this. This is binomial, right? So square this, you need to square 3 squared is 9, x squared is x squared, right? And then you have to square that, you get plus, square that, you get 4, right? So when you square, you have to square everything. Then don't forget your middle term. A lot of people forget the middle term. The middle term, you have to multiply all this together. So you got 2 of these, right? So sign is minus. The number is 2 times 2 is 4. Times 3 is 12. And the variable is x. Okay, so again, sign is negative. number is 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12. Okay, 4 times 3 is 12, and the variable is that. Equal, now you have to, so this one, 5 squared is 25, and this one would be x. Okay? Okay, so now you got square. That means that's right away that's your clue. You have to make it equal to 0, so you can do factoring. So minus 25x on both sides. So you got 9x squared minus 37x plus 4 equal to 0. Then you do your step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, factoring. So you need to add to get negative 37. You need to multiply to get 36. So in this case, you need to get negative 1, negative 36. Okay? And that's it. Okay, so break it down. So you're going to get x and 9x. So this will be the inside, so it will be minus 4. Right? Negative 4 times 9 give you negative 36. So this will be the outside, so it will be minus 1. Okay, then after that, you have to set each one equal to 0. So x minus 4 equal to 0. And 9x minus 1 equal to 0. So plus 4 on each side. So you got x equal to 4. This one you plus 1 on each side. So you got 9x equal to 1. Divide by 9, divide by 9. So x equal to 1 over 9. So you got these two answers. Okay? So you need to check both answers. Okay? But right now don't. So I just box it so I can see it later on. But I need to check every one of the answer. Because sometimes both are good, sometimes both are bad. Sometimes one is good, one is bad. Sometimes this is good, this is bad. Okay, so let's go and check both of them. So let's check this one first. Let's check the 4. So I got 3 times 4 minus 5 times square root of 4 equal to 2. So I get 12 minus 5 times 2. My square root of 4 is 2. So I got 12 minus 10 equal to 2. So 2 equal to 2. So this checks out. So this one is good. Okay, now let's do the 1/9. Okay? So 3 times 1 over 9 minus 5 times square root of 1 over 9 equal to 2. So this is equal to 1/3 minus, and this is so this cancel out. Now this one becomes square root of 1 is 1, square root of 9 is 3. Okay, so I get 1/3 minus 5 over 3 equal to 2. Okay, so I get negative 4 over 3 equal to 2. So this one is no good. Okay, this one does not equal. That means this answer is no good. So only answer is good is x equal to 4. So you can make sure you check all your answers to make sure that you only get the correct answer. Right? So you have to get rid of the extra one. So again, this one does not equal, does not check out. So this one is no good. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, example 2. You got square root of 2x plus 5 equal to 2 square root of 2x plus 1. So now you have 2 square roots. Okay? So you just have to repeat the process twice. So you only can undo one at a time. So let's go and write the equation one more time. Let's go and preserve the original. Okay, so I'm going to square both sides. So square and square root cancel out. Now this have to be careful, right? Because you got binomial, so you have to square these. So when you square these, you get 4 times 2x, right? Square this, you get that. Then you have to square this, you get plus. Square this, you get 1. Now remember, when you have binomial, when you square the binomial, that's a middle term. So in middle term, you have to multiply all this together. So the sign is plus. The number is 2 times 1 is 2. Times 2 is 4, and you got a square root. Okay? So again, you have to undo one square root at a time. So you undo this one first. So you got 2 square roots. Now you get rid of this one. Now you only got 1. So you have to repeat the process. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I need to get rid of all these. I need to minus ax on both sides, so that this will cancel out. I need to minus 1 on both sides, so this will cancel out. Remember, you need to isolate the radicals. Okay? You need to get the radical by itself. So I get negative 6x plus 4 equal to 4 square root of 2x. Now remember what I said, right? You want to lower this number as much as you can, or else the number can be really big and hard to do. Okay? So what you want to do is, notice all these are divisible by 2. So I'm going to divide everything by 2. Again, you want to lower this as much as you can. So you got negative 3x plus 2 equal to 2 square root of 2x. Okay? Then next, again, now I can undo this one, right? I can undo one square root at a time. But you need to get a square root by itself. You cannot have plus or something. Else, see, like this one, when you add, see, it will not get rid of it, right? So you need to get the radical by itself. Then that's how you can get rid of it. If you have other terms, you're not going to be able to get rid of it. Okay? Okay, so over here, let's go and square both sides. Okay, so square this, you get plus. Square this, you get 9. Square this, you get x squared. Square this, you get plus. Square this, you get 4. The middle, it will be minus. 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12x. Okay, so again, remember your middle term. And this will equal to, you square that, you get 4. And this one, you square cancel out, will become 2x. Okay, again, use a lot of parentheses. Now, there's a square. That means you have to make it equal to 0 to factor. So minus 8x on both sides. So that this will cancel out, right? 2 times 4 is 8. So you have to minus 8x. So you got 9x squared minus 20x plus 4 equal to 0. So again, that's your step 4. So you need to add to get negative 20. You need to multiply to get 36. Okay? Okay, so start with negative 1, comma, negative 36, negative 2, comma, negative 18, and that's the one, right? So you can multiply to get that 36, you add to get negative 20. Okay, so you go start with x and 9x. Start with the lowest and the highest, and so this is the inside. Okay, so it'd be minus 2, and this would be the outside. So again, negative 2 times 9 is negative 18, so this would be minus 2. Okay. So set it equal to 0. And you solve, so plus 2 on both sides. So x equal to 2. This one you plus 2 on both sides. And then you get 9x equal to 2. Divide by 9, divide by 9. So x equal to 2 over 9. Okay, so now we have to check our answers. So go back to the original part over here. So let's go and check the 2 first. So let's go and check x equal to 2. So when x equal to 2, you got square root of 2 times 2 plus 5 equal to 2 times square root. 2 times square root of 2 times 2 plus 1. So this is equal to square root of 9 equal to 2. Now, this will give me a 2, right? 2 times 2 is 4, square root of 4 is 2. And this will become 3 equal to 4 plus 1. And so 3 equal to 5. Okay? And so this is no good. Okay? So this one is bad. Okay, let's go and check the next one. 2 over 9. So square root of 2 times 2 over 9 plus 5 equal to 2 square root of 2 times 2 over 9 plus 1. Okay? Okay, so first you have to multiply, so this will be square root of 4 over 9 plus 5. Okay? And this will become 2 times square root of 4 over 9 plus 1. Now, this one we have to add this together, so we need to get into common denominator. So this will become 45 over 9. Okay? So 5, you have to make it to common denominator. So making like 5 over 1. So this is equal to that. Now this one we can simplify. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 9 is 3. Okay, so now we can add this together. So this becomes square root of 49 over 9. And this one we can become 4 over 3 plus 1. Okay, now we can simplify now. Square root of 49 is 7. Square root of 9 is 3. And this one we can make into common denominator. And so you got 7 over 3 equal to 7 over 3. So this one checks. Okay, so the only answer that's good is this one. Okay. So again, the key is you need to isolate the radicals. Okay, get the radical by itself, then you undo the radical. Okay, when there are 2, you have to undo one at a time. So undo this one, and then after that you simplify, get a radical by itself, then undo it. Okay, then after that you solve. You have to check all your answers.